Summers in Overtown always came with the same warning. It wasn't posted anywhere, no signs, no police bulletins, just something people passed along quietly, like advice you didn't want to explain. Don't look at the rooftops after 2 a.m. Before we dive deeper, if you love stories like this, hit subscribe and stay close. There's more coming from Nightroot Horror. At first, it sounded like superstition, the kind of thing older locals said to keep kids from wandering at night. Overtown had enough problems already: empty buildings, broken streetlights, heat that never let go, even after sunset. But the warning stuck, because everyone who repeated it said the same thing afterward. If you look, it notices. The rumor was that something moved above the streets once the night settled. Not flying, not jumping, running, fast, too fast. People said it ran rooftop to rooftop, crossing gaps that should have been impossible, its weight rattling loose sheet metal and air vents. Some swore they heard claws scraping against aluminum roofing. Others described heavy breathing, deep, strained, like lungs working harder than they should. And every story ended the same way. Someone looked up. In the summer of 2004, a group of teenagers decided to test the rumor. Flip phones were still new. Cameras were terrible, but everyone wanted proof. Around 2:15 a.m., they were walking near an abandoned apartment block off Northwest 3rd Avenue, one of those buildings that never quite emptied, never quite stayed occupied. Someone joked about the warning. Someone else laughed and said, "Ain't nothing up there." If you think this sounds unbelievable, hit the like button and share your own encounters in the comments. Let's talk. That's when they heard it, a metallic scrape. Slow at first, then faster, like something dragging itself across a rooftop, then breaking into a sprint. The camera came out shaking. The video barely caught anything. Dark sky, blown out streetlight glare, crooked angles. But the audio was clear, breathing, heavy, close. Then a thump, loud enough to echo between buildings. One of the teens whispered, "You hear that?" Another voice, panicked now, "It's right above us." That's when they looked up. For half a second, just long enough to ruin sleep for years, they saw it. A figure running along the edge of a 3-story building. Not crawling, not climbing. Running. Lean. Long-armed. Too tall. Too smooth in its movement to be human. It crossed the roofline in seconds and vanished into darkness like it had never been there. The screaming started after. The police were called. Not once. Not twice. Dozens of times. Calls poured in from all over Overtown, people reporting sounds on rooftops, shadows moving where nothing should be, something pacing above their apartments. Units were dispatched, nothing was officially found. But years later, one local officer admitted something off the record. Not on camera, not with a recorder, just quiet honesty. We got dozens of calls that night, and I'll tell you right now, something was up there. He said they heard it too, footsteps where no one should have been. Scraping sounds that moved faster than they could track, breathing that didn't match any person they knew. They searched rooftops. Nothing. No prints, no damage, no explanation. By sunrise, the calls stopped. By noon, the story was already being dismissed, but the warning never left. To this day, longtime residents of Overtown avoid looking up late at night. Not because they believe every rumor, but because enough people, separate, sober, unconnected, describe the same thing, the same sounds, the same movement, the same shape crossing the rooftops like gravity didn't apply. And because once you notice it, it notices you. If you want more real urban horror encounters like this, subscribe, like, and ring the bell. You don't want to miss the next nightmare.